Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Pokemon Duel. Today we are doing the top 10 ideas for the future of Pokemon Duel. What I want you guys to do is hit a like button now, straight away if you're viewing it. I am not going to monetize this video. I want this to get out there on the search bar, so if somebody from the Pokemon Go company is watching this, then they can go back to their team and say, look, we've got a ton of great ideas. You guys are the people who play it every day, and you guys know what you want, and therefore that's what they should be working towards creating. Combination of what you want and what they can do. So let's go through it. The top 10 ideas for Pokemon Duel futures by you. Personally, these are my top 10, by the way. These aren't the official top 10, and some of you will probably disagree and put these in different orders. But these are my best 10 ideas that you came up with. At 10, we have trading mode. So, Pokemon trading is an integral part of Pokemon games. The ability to trade a Pokemon that you have but don't need anymore because you may have more of them. If you've got 4 of most EX figures, if they're not going to gain a huge benefit from upping their class level, their chain level, then it would be really good to be able to trade that Pokemon for something that you need and other people don't. I do think there should be a limit on that. If they introduced it, they would have to, and I feel like they should do this in Pokemon Go, is don't make a trading mode where you can trade thousands, unlimited Pokemon in a day. Because what will happen is it would be exploited. People would make duplicate accounts, get all the free stuff, and then just trade it with themselves. So I think it would be exploited. But make it so that you can trade 1 a week with somebody, 1 a month. Limit it, because trading is an integral part of it, and I would like to see that. So that makes number 10. So at 9, we have events and challenges. In other games like, I think like Clash Royale do it, and definitely Angry Birds Evolution, they've got one going on. Events, not like gyms, but specific events around, grass type of event where you can have different challenges, such as, get 100 wins in league play, get the goal line win with Leafeon, or something different, to add something within the league match, some events around the league match rather than just having a gym. I like that idea, and giving the rewards of maybe you could get a guaranteed EX figure, you could get guaranteed materials, you could get coins, anything, gems, just something different from the gym mode, because I feel like it's becoming a bit too samey, having league play, gym, league play going throughout, gym. Switch it up a bit. I think events and challenge mode would really add something different to the game. At number 8, which I missed out when recording, is a guaranteed EX booster. We've got Rainbow Booster, which I swear used to have about a 25% chance of getting an EX in. Now I swear it's like a 10% chance. 1 in 10 will probably give you an EX. But I'd love to see like a master booster, like a master ball, guaranteed to capture, where you can guarantee you're going to get an EX, because I just love the excitement. If it was like 48 hours, you can put that going and you got a list of all your possible EXs that you can get, and you're going to get something for it. I think that would be really just a nice simple tweak and a cool addition into the game. So at number 7, we have ranking. The current ranking system has the monthly ranking and your ranking for the leagues, and personally I don't really like it. It's confusing because they do both, you'll get more for one than the other sometimes, and I get it balances out, and the way it is makes it so that people who are at the lower end can win games and get somewhere within reaching touching distance of the getting potential tickets. So it does work that way, but I find it a bit confusing, and also it's vulnerable to tanking. Obviously I've tanked because I'm now low, but honestly I'm not gonna have enough time to even take advantage of that, and I don't think I will. I'll probably push close to maybe getting my average 30 tickets, which wouldn't make any difference at all to what I usually get. But hey, I understand, no excuses. I've done it, but there is excuses because I'm a busy man. I work and I put out a lot of videos, and honestly, there's not much reward and incentive for playing, given that we'll go on to why that will in a higher change. Okay, so that's number 7. Ranking changes, potentially getting a new league as well, whether going on beyond Masters League, potentially having the idea of a legendary league. I like that idea, with greater potential. Rewards, the rewards within that, obviously you get more Pokemon added to the boosters. I don't feel that's a good enough reward for getting into those higher leagues, and I think there should be something more stable, like, I don't know, if you stay in it for so many days you get reward, maybe like a coin system like on Pokemon Go, like holding a gym. If you can stay within that league, you get some kind of reward. Something that would potentially prevent tanking would be that if you stay in that promoted position, you can hold a streak, and if you hold a streak and get better rewards, then people might not tank then. And wow, an unexpected error from nothing. Bugs, that's just a little, I don't know, 7.2. Fix the bugs in the game, because there are a fair few. The servers seems to be having issues, and things like that are annoying, so change that. At number 6, definitely clans, right? Clans, they would be a great addition. We have them in so many other games, you know, Clash Royale, Clash of the Clans. It really should be in that. It would be pretty crap if it wasn't. Angry Birds Evolution. We've got loads of games that have clans in, and currently within the game we have all the game, and then outside of that we have a community of clans. The R clan, the N clan, the Chickens clan. We have so many S clan, so many different clans that are outside of the game. We've all had to create communities around it, given that we will use Discord to host tournaments, and it would be great to have that within the game as well, a structure for that, so we can see those communities. We can see where clans rank. Right now, I honestly don't know who's the best clan. I see most of N clan up at the top, and that's one way of seeing who's the best clan, but we don't have that, you know, first combined trophies, combined rankings to see who's the best. So it would be great to see clans within the game. That comes in at number 6. At number 5, we have quest mode. Oh my god, finish the quest mode. We're currently at 7 hotels. There are 10 hotels. Now hotels, the quest mode was great because it gave everybody an opportunity to win gems and common Pokemon rewards and, you know, plates. 7 is the highest at the moment. 8, 9 and 10 haven't been accessed. It has been so long since the game release. I am amazed that they still have not put in those quest mode. It's just something different, a way of getting gems in a guaranteed way, which is nice, useful for the grinders who want to get, and the completionists who you can get 3 gems from each quest. It needs to be in the game, and it really does show, I believe, a lack of input on their effort from creating. I imagine they probably don't have a big team to create that, spend that time on, but with the amount of money they are probably making from the gem shop, how much they cost, it could definitely be better, right? I would imagine if they're going to put that in, it will be within the next 2 months, because, you know, we're at the end of all the new figures, so they must have something in the works around those things. If their schedule was, you know, do the gyms up to these figures, and then we're gonna, and they may be working on something else. So hopefully, at number 5 can come in pretty soon, where we finish the quest mode. Other people have also, within that same vein, have suggested different difficulties of quest mode. You know, an easy mode, a hard mode, an extreme, insane mode. these modes that would potentially offer better rewards would be really difficult. I'd love to see really difficult decks in quest mode, really difficult AI, and that really tests you, and maybe things where you have to build certain decks of a different type to help you take them down. Because right now, obviously, the quest mode is pretty easy now. Most people have EX figures to take it down. I would like to see that in the game, definitely. Better rewards for those as well. Number 4. Number 4, I actually believe is probably one of the biggest things that they could change in the game, which would make the biggest difference. Because outside of the game, we have created tournaments. Pokefodder, Chicken, myself have created tournaments. Rico's had tournaments as well. Choctopus has had tournaments. We've created tournaments outside of the game. Now, we've done that within the remit of what the game can currently do, in terms of we've picked common tournaments, we've picked you know, any deck you want. We've had uncommon tournaments. I don't know if anyone has ever had a rare tournament. Somebody's probably had a rare tournament. We've done them, and now it would be great to have the ability to build our own room matches, customizing what kind of decks can be used, customizing our own bonuses, so adding +1 MPs to certain type Pokemon and adding +/- attacks on certain types. It would be really great to be able to mix around with that, so that we could potentially make a better tournament, or make a greater variety of tournament. Ideas that have come up within those custom room matches from you guys, has been a sandbox mode, so where you can pick any figure, any selection, maybe all at the same, you know, non-chain leveled, or you can pick any figure you want and put your chain levels into different ones. Let's say you have 10 chain level points. We have elimination mode, which could be a 6-on-6. You take your 6 figures out, and it's last man standing. Maybe I was thinking like rewards also, if you can get to an entry point, you get knocked back onto the bench, but you gain the ability to up a class level of that Pokemon. I think that would be a great addition. Random deck and plate mode. So you are thrown into a tournament with a random deck and random plates, and you have to fight for the victory with whatever you get left with. It would be great to have that, because it kind of shows, you know, it might separate the strong from the weak, in that some people might still be able to run a deck. It will test your knowledge of certain moves. You know, if you get hidden like, if you get Bronzor and you don't know what his ability is, maybe you'll attack a 2 MP, but if you go in with that 3 MP and you hit that, I can't remember the move, Heavy Slam is it? If you hit that, it will take out a 3 MP Pokemon no matter what damage they do to you, and it would really test everybody's knowledge on a variety of Pokemon. So number 4, in my opinion, the biggest change that could be made is custom room matches. At number 3, a big change, and one that's been talked massively of by myself, even did a video on it, E-Extinction. Increase the drop rates of figures. The time boosters need to be increased. They were decreased massively, so to the point where for 2 months now I don't think I've had an EX from a timed booster, and it's not fun playing in the league match for a booster that's going to give me an uncommon and at best a rare, which I already have every rare, and I already have enough EX cubes to make a rare, you know, amaze up the chain level, so I don't need duplicates. I understand not everybody is in that situation, but the joy I used to get from, you know, getting 3 a month would just kind of, it would give me that extra boost to play league matches, and I feel like I've lost that because I'm grinding for things that I've already got, and therefore there isn't a necessity to grind for it. I feel they should definitely up that rate back again. And I said I thought it might be because, you know, that they've done it for new people, so that we're not pulling loads of EX figures and getting crazy good, but somebody's mentioned their new player and it wouldn't make that much of a difference. I think they're right. It literally across the board doesn't make a difference that they've lowered the rate. I feel that the only difference it makes is it forces us to have to buy gems, to go to the shops, to buy guaranteed quads, to get an EX figure. Now I understand people still get EX figures from them, but it's definitely dropped. And the fact that it forces people to do that feels a little bit, you know, I think Chicken left a video about it just recently about how it's borderline, you know, just robbery, and it's really rude to all the free-to-play people. I'm not a free-to-play player, I'm a pay-to-play player because I want to create good content and give you an idea of what decks are good and what Pokemon are best to buy from exchange materials. And when they force free-to-play players, they're kind of left with having to really grind for the same level of pay-to-play, whereas, you know, it really punishes free-to-play players, I feel. And therefore, number 3 is increased drop figures rate. Number 2 possibly was one of the most popular ideas. Literally about 25% of the comments said this, and it is so true. One of the biggest changes that I feel would be great is make material available in other ways. So the main suggestion was making it so that you could trade out EX figures, rares at a certain rate. I do not recommend that they put it into commons and uncommons because you get so many that you would trade. You'd get a lot of materials and end up getting just crazy amounts of EX figures. But I do recommend, I personally would limit it to EXs. I would limit it to being able to trade EX figures, or if they did put it to rares, make it quite low so that people weren't just, you know, if I have a lot of figures, I would become everybody's nightmare if they put it to rares. So I have 580 Pokemon. That means if I could trade each one out for 250 materials, I'd have 145,000 materials. If I divide that by 4, wait, if I divide that by 4, times that by 4. No, if I divide that by 4,000, I can get 36 EX figures for that. So that would be too crazy. That's why I think it should be limited to EX figures, and I have a lot of rares. If I could trade a lot of these rares out, then I would get a lot. And so people suggested like 2,000 for an EX figure, or 1,000 for an EX figure, and I think that's a fair amount. I mean, when I get a defense Deoxys now, I'm just like, I've been waiting so long for another EX figure, and I go and get a defense Deoxys, and nobody's going to run 2 defense Deoxys figures. Other duplicates, I mean, Snorlax is redundant, but he probably will get a buff in future. Yeah, so there are certain types which I'd like to sell and potentially buy other figures and more. It would give more variety in terms of chain leveling advantages, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think, you know, nobody's going to get a massive bonus if everybody gets the same thing. And you know, I wouldn't want to sell most of my EX figures, to be honest, because I want to keep them for gyms. And you know, my aim is to get 3 of each one. I like to keep 3 of each one just in case there's a gym cup on it, unless it's some ultras, and then I'll just like to fuse it and make my ultras a boost. So other ways also of getting material would be potentially getting reward. I mean, in gym cups you need a top 100. You've got it in the league play, get a top 100 ranking, and give free materials to people who finish in the top 100. Potentially put materials in boosters as well. So even if you don't up the EX rate, you could also up, like add within that, you can get materials. So a rainbow booster has, you know, you get a chance to get 100 materials. Maybe just make it a random chance. Maybe you don't get it all, but sometimes you do. I think if you're not going to upgrade the EX rate, that is something that would be great to change. So that's why that came in for me at number 2. Now, number 1 is, most of you will be like, that's not the best one, and it isn't. But personally, for me, what gets me excited about Pokemon is rarity, is grinding. And combine those two things, and what do you get? You get the idea that somebody came up with of individual Pokemon figure stats, combined with, if you complete all those and get them ranked up as high as possible, that Pokemon becomes, you have the choice to turn it into a shiny. Shiny Pokemon are an integral part of Pokemon series, and they haven't introduced it yet into this. They've introduced it into Pokemon Go in terms of just Magikarp. What the hell, there's so many other Pokemon that you can do as well. But they haven't put it into Pokemon Duel at all. And that would be massive for me. I would want to grind individual figures, you know, put individual challenges for them, you know, Charizard, finish the match with Charizard on the goal point, finish Charizard with, you know, the final attack, you know, hit an attack above a certain amount with certain figures, you know, get a crazy spin with Greninja, get so many knockouts, get an elimination using a plate combination, hurdle jump so many times, just a ton of stats that you would have to grind and grind out on an individual Pokemon figure. It creates a bond with that figure. I love my Zapdos. I have feelings for my Zapdos because I've grinded with it. I've won so many matches with it. It's clutched games and it's hit yellow discs against purple discs. But if I could have the opportunity to have some stats that show just how good he has been for me, it would be massive. And if I could turn my Zapdos into a shiny, boom, even better. If shiny EX figures, it would show the rarity of the game. You would play people, and if they have a shiny figure, you know that they've grinded with that figure, and there's a certain respect towards that person who has a figure like that. For me, it's the number 1 idea. You may disagree, but I would love to see that in the game. So that makes it for all the top 10. That is it. My top 10 for the future of Pokemon Duel, changes that could be made. A ton of them. You know, you probably will, most people will put them in different orders, and that's cool. But for me, I feel like you've come up with some great ideas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link on the Pokemon Duel Twitter page. Do everything I can see to get this shown to the Pokemon company, because you guys are the people who play it every day, and you guys are the people who know what will be better, because that's what you guys want, and you guys want a lot of good ideas. So put some likes on this video as well if you're watching and you just want to support it. We'll see if we can get like a like for every single person who watches it. Let's try. I usually get like 10% likes for views. Just like it, just not for me, but just to get the video out for thingy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not monetize it as well, just so you guys don't think that like I'm just after some money, because I wouldn't get that much money for it anyway. So let's just like this to get this up the search bar, get it out there so people are aware of it. Okay, well that's all for this video. Thank you very much for your comments, guys. It's been fun to do, and it's really been fun to read through some of your comments and ideas. That's all from me. See you soon.